Primerica so successful? One is what we do, and we do incredible things for people, obviously, right? We do incredible things. We teach people what no other financial services company teaches people, and that's something you should all be proud of. We do what's right 100% of the time. We have great products and great services. We teach people how to become financially independent. We do unbelievable things. The other key to our success is the opportunity. The opportunity is unbelievable. We all came here because of the opportunity. The opportunity in the financial services industry and the opportunity with Primerica in the financial services industry. It's a better business model. It's not a job, it's an opportunity where we can build our own company within the company, which is absolutely incredible. So I want to give you a very, very downplayed example of our compensation system. I'm only going to talk about one product tonight, and that's insurance. And I'm just going to talk about the whole thing, the entire presentation that you're going to see is about you plus 3 people. You plus 3 people. I'm going to downplay everything tonight as best as I can because you've already seen that there's a lot of money available. I think that this presentation will help you understand how much money is on the table, how much money you can earn, and that you should be selling the income opportunity of our business. Now, you know, a lot of people aren't impressed with the 25% contract. I was very impressed with the 25% contract because I used to be a real estate agent, and a real estate agent gets 3%. Before I was a real estate agent, I was a manufacturer's rep, and they get 1.5%. So I was impressed with the fact that we got a 25% contract, and our average client, our average sale is $1,000 a year. So that's a big deal because we're not dealing with pennies. I mean, if we're selling herbal laxatives and we get 25%, big deal. But we're talking about a $1,000 insurance policy, and what happens is when you get 25% of thousands potentially, right, you have the opportunity to make some great extra money. And by the way, this is an unbelievable second income. It's an unbelievable additional income to the average income in North America. The average income in North America is about $50,000 a year. And if somebody gets an extra $12,000 working part-time in their off hours, they get a 20% pay raise. And a 20% pay raise is not something that people get on their jobs. I've never had a 20% pay raise. Most people get, if they're lucky, they get a 3% pay raise. So all of a sudden, working part-time in your off hours, a night a week, you can actually get a 20% pay raise. And it's a game changer, by the way, because if you earn $250 a week with one new client every week, raise your hand if you became a client of Primerica. Raise your hand. There's a lot of people that need what we do. Everybody needs what we do. I've never met anybody that was financially independent. I've never met anybody that said, no, that's stupid. I don't want to become financially independent. I don't want to protect my family. It's possible to get one new client a week. And it might take 3 presentations, which is why we say it's only one night a week. Because a presentation takes 30 minutes or so, you could do 3 presentations in one night, and if you do that, you earn $250 a week or $12,000 a year. $12,000 a year could be a new car if you need a new car. Could be your retirement savings if you aren't saving for retirement. It could be maybe saving for your kids' college education. I mean, $12,000 a year is a game changer. Now, it's not really why I got excited about the business, but I think we market, our number one product is our opportunity, and I think we market an incredible part-time opportunity. Our competition is Target. Our competition is somebody could work in retail part-time, or they can cut lawns, or they can shovel snow, right? Our competition doesn't compete with the opportunity to be part-time in the financial services industry. And I want you to remember, we're the only company that recruits people part-time without experience, and we pay all the costs associated with somebody getting involved in our business. So the opportunity is endless. When I hear massive recruiting, I believe massive recruiting. I believe we can recruit unlimited amounts of people. We never have to stop recruiting. I'm still recruiting people, and I've been doing this for 4 decades. Recruiting is our business. So what I got excited about was not 25%, But I got excited about 35% because that's when we introduce what we think is the sexiest part of our opportunity. In fact, when I say it, I think it's a pretty sexy word. Override. Override. I think it's a beautiful word, don't you? I mean, override. Override's an unbelievable, say it with me, override. You got to kind of bedroom talk it, right? I mean, think about it for a second. Before Primerica, I'd never heard the word, had you? I never knew the word existed. It wasn't, I went to Detroit Public Schools, it wasn't in any of my classes. I never heard the word. Override. I love the word. It's an exceptional word, and it's introduced very early in our system. The minute you recruit a person, you get to override. You get to override. So this example here shows that you still do one a week, which I think is unbelievable. And by the way, you got a 40% pay raise because you recruited somebody. So now you're getting 35%. That's a 40% pay raise for your math geniuses, right? 25 to 35. That's a 40% pay raise. And now you do one a week. It's worth $16,800. That's incredible. That's incredible. Do you know if part-time somebody could earn $16,800 a year working one night a week, they'd be crazy to say no to you. It would be a dumb thing to do. $16,000 to turn off the TV one night a week, it's unbelievable. But you also can recruit. And when you get excited about recruiting, like the Onstead hierarchy, thank God for the Onstead hierarchy and the example they set, when you get excited about recruiting and you recruit 3 people and they do the same thing you do, you plus 3 people do one a week. The 3 people doing one a week, right? You doing one a week, you earn 10% override on them, you earn $31,000 a year. Now I came here, when I came to Primerica, I was earning $85,000 a year on my job. I would have jumped. I did. I would have jumped at an opportunity to earn an extra $31,000 a year. Y'all fired up about that? I mean, I think it's unbelievable. And by the way, if you're not excited about it, I didn't get excited about either, but I can sell it. I can talk to people about it. And I can believe it because it's only you plus 3 people doing one a week. It's a believable opportunity. I didn't say you have to recruit 100 people. I didn't say you have to recruit 1,000 people. I didn't say you have to have 100 people making a sale like they do in other opportunities to earn $31,000 a year part-time, you plus 3 people working one night a week. Now, I was doing this presentation once, and I had an attorney, not like John Witry. I had an attorney in the crowd, and he said, come on. He said, what if all 3 people don't do one a week? I said, you can get 6 to do a half of one a week. Or you can get 12 to do a quarter of one a week. It's you plus 3 people. You can do the math. It's they're doing 12 and you're doing 4. And you make $31,000 a year at the first overriding level. Now the next contract level is the 50% contract level. I quit my job at the 50% contract level. Rhonda and she quit her job first because her job wasn't paying her as much as mine was. I had more skin in the game. So I had to work at my job a little bit longer. I made $3,500. We made $3,500 in our 5th month part-time. And we said, you know what? There's more potential here. We should quit our jobs. We didn't replace our income. We said there's more potential and we quit our job. And this is the contract level that we quit our job at. It's the 50% contract level, which blows me away as much as all those people standing on the stage earlier and making over $100,000 a year. It blows me away that somebody can get 50% of everything that they produce with no overhead and no quotas. 50%, and they can do it part-time in their off hours. That's an amazing contract, I think. And by the way, I was used to 3% in real estate, 1.5% as a manufacturer's representative. 50% was blowing me away. I thought I landed in the greatest place in the world. 50% is unbelievable. You make a sale a week at 50%, you earn $24,000 a year. $500 a week, $2,000 a month, $24,000 a year. Now look, when you start talking about $24,000 a year part-time in your off hours, that's real money. That's game-changing money. That's do whatever the heck you want to do. That's save as much money as you need to save. If you take all your Primerica income and you do what we preach, you should be able to do what we preach at this level like nobody else you know. You should be able to save more money at the district level. And when you start recruiting, you have 3 people that do that same one a week. Could be a different 3 people. Those 3 people, $36,000 a year in override cash flow. You plus 3 people at the district leader contract earn $60,000 a year. Why doesn't every district earn 60? I don't know. There's a reason that I didn't become a psychiatrist. I don't care. I don't know why everybody does it. I'm not sure. I don't know. I did it. I mean, I don't know. I believe it. I say you plus 3 people. How can you not believe it? Right? It's only 3 people doing one a week, and you earn $60,000 a year. The division contract, I got to keep going. The division contract, you plus 3 people doing one a week, $79,000 a year. Now you're beginning to understand why there were so many people on stage that are earning over $100,000 a year. You could be a division. You plus 3 people making a sale a week and make $79,000 a year. Here's where it starts to get pretty exciting. This contract level did not exist when Jimmy Byer and John Lavin and I came into the business. It did not exist. It wasn't here. It's here. It's available to you. You can earn 70% of everything you do with no overhead. That's amazing, 70%. There's not another business in the world like the financial services business where you can get 70% profit. In business, this is why we say you should prospect people that are small business owners. In business, nobody earns 70%. My wife and I own a bunch of restaurants. We don't even make 10%. Right? It's not possible in any business like it is in financial services, like it is in Primerica to earn 70%. You do 1 sale a week, 3 presentations, work 1 night a week. You could be a regional leader. I wouldn't stop here. You could work 1 night a week and make an extra $33,000 a year if you find 3 people that do 1 a week with you. By the way, might be a new 3. Might be a new 3. You should have a goal to recruit a new 3 or a new 4 or a new 10 every month, right? Might be a new 3. You plus 3 people making a sale week, $98,400 a year in income. By the way, in case you haven't figured it out yet, we're only talking about 1 product. We're only talking about 1 product. Learn how to sell an IRA, it goes to $150 or $200. Learn how to sell a mortgage. Like Tommy Jarvis, I saw him here tonight. It goes to maybe $150 or $200 or $300 with the investment business. 1 product. You plus 3 people make $98,000 a year. If you're a regional leader and you're not doing it, I got nothing to say. Okay, now the regional vice president contract. The greatest contract, we say, in North American business. Let me tell you how good it is. You plus 3 people do 1 a week, and you earn $194,000 a year. By the way, that is not a typo. That is not a typo. Why doesn't my regional vice president do it? I don't know. I don't care. You can do it. I did it. 2nd year in the business, we made $200,000. You can do it. You plus 3 people. If somebody quits, like Andy talked about earlier, do you care? You only got to go find another 1 or 2 or 3, right? It doesn't make any difference. Now, obviously, if you recruit more people, you hedge the bet. You understand that, right? If you recruit more people, you give yourself a better chance of doing it. But remember the math. When you go tonight, when you go to bed, and you put your head down on the pillow, I want you to remember, you plus 3 people as a regional vice president, you're in $194,000 a year. If you're not turned on yet, I have a little bit more. I apologize. You might not be turned on. So if you want to earn 100 is a very simple equation. If you want to earn 200, 300, it's a very simple equation. If you're not happy and you want to earn 500, it's a base shop that basically does $50,000 a month. How do you do $50,000 a month? You get 50 recruits a month. That's the easiest way. Now, what I think is really interesting about our opportunity is we also learn what to do with money. Y'all excited about that? Hopefully you're doing something about it. I liked when I heard we're saving more than we used to save. That's what Josh said earlier. We're saving, right? You got to save. You got to save money. You can't only make money, you got to save it. And learning what you're doing right now, learning it and doing it on your own life, you can become financially independent. Listen, one sale a week as a district leader is only $24,000, or is it $1.3 million? It looks like it's $1.3 million to me. That's what it looks like. It looks like if I'm smart enough to save a good percentage, if not all, if you're part-time, of the money you're making, you can become financially independent, a millionaire. When my father retired, my parents retired, they had $80,000 to their name. You work part-time in Primerica, you make a sale a week as a regional leader, you save the $33,000, you got $1.8 million in retirement. I love that slide. Now, we've always talked about life begins at $250,000. If you're earning $200,000, God bless you. I think it's a great start. But we always thought that life began at $250,000. So here's our impression of that. What happened to us when we were earning $250,000? In fact, we stayed in an apartment until we were earning $400,000 a year because we came here to get financially independent. So the way that happens is if you're earning $250,000, you live on $150,000, and you take $6,000 or $8,000 a month and invest it. $6,000 or $8,000 a month if you're in your 20s, if you're in your 30s, even if you're in your 40s, for 20 years at 9%, turns into $4 million, $6,000 a month, $8,000 a month in 20 years, turns into $5.3 million. We're not only learning how to make it, we're learning what to do with it. Everybody in this room tonight can become financially independent. Y'all excited about that? Everybody in this room. Now this is probably one of the greatest presentations. In fact, I think that this probably is one of the greatest slides I've ever seen. This is your profitability on your business. If you're a regional vice president in your business and you recruit somebody new, I recruit people. Your profit margin on your business is 95%. If you're a regional vice president and you recruit somebody and they get a license at 25%, you override them. Your profit margin on that business is 95%. 95%. Do you know that there are regional vice presidents in this company that don't work because they don't understand that? Do you know how much money that is? 95%. Do you realize that if our average sales is $1,000, every time you recruit and train somebody and get them up and running as an independent producer, every time they do a sale, you earn $950. How crazy is that? Put the math to it. You get 10 people that do one a month, you earn $10,000 a month. Put the math to it. Put the math to it. Look at these numbers. Pay attention to them, because this is the reason I haven't slept in years. This is what keeps me up at night. It's absolutely incredible, the opportunity that we have. And just in case you didn't get that math, there it is for you. Another way, 95%, the lowest profitability you have in your business as a regional vice president, overriding a regional leader, is 50%, which means if you do 170,000 like Brittany and Andy did, you do 170,000 in your base shop. The lowest percentage of override profitability on your business is 50%. So you basically can write your own ticket. This is like winning the lottery being in Primerica. You want to make $10,000 a month, you do $20,000 at the lowest level. At the lowest level. This is the reason that when we talk about working hard, we don't apologize for it. We don't feel bad about it because we think it's worth it. See, we used to work hard for a paycheck. Now we should work harder for an opportunity that has no limitations except for the ones that are self-imposed. I think these numbers are absolutely incredible. And by the way, it doesn't stop there. I don't know if you've ever seen this presentation right here, but when you recruit a person that becomes a regional vice president, you know, in the real estate business, when they pull equal to you, you don't get anything. Here, when you promote a regional vice president, you get 45% in overrides on their business. 45%, right? So think about this. I recruit somebody, I train them, I develop them, our system, all the way to regional vice president, And then, after they're in a different city, in a different office, you override them by 45%. They then go promote a regional vice president. That would be the third one. You still override them by 33%, and you probably never even met them. Then they can promote a regional vice president, and you probably don't know their name, and you override them by 28%. Are you getting the message? The message is that this is not to be played with. This is a very, very, very big opportunity. It absolutely is something you can do, because you saw hundreds of people on the stage tonight that earn over $100,000 a year. My challenge to you is pay attention to the message from the Onstead hierarchy. Massive recruiting. Fast, massive recruiting. For a short period of time. And build a business here, because when you build a business, you are guaranteed to become financially independent. Thank you much for your time.